So hello and welcome once again to the Hornby Magazine Workshop. Today you join myself and Mike to have a closer look at the Accurascale PCA wagons for double load cage. It's quite rare these days that a manufacturer scores a hat-trick. And when I say a hat-trick, I mean in the sense that all three of us have bought these wagons.
Not just one of them either, we each bought a whole rake of them, haven't we?
So that's obviously a good sign.
Yes.
Why have we done that?
Well, I think we're all a bit obsessed with freight, cement traffic in particular. And I think these, with the Castle Cement branding as well, we're quite local to Ketton Cement Works here. And it's supplied by Castle Cement wagons, so, well, why else? They just look brilliant, don't they?
And every so often, a product comes along which is it just stands out. You could argue a cement hopper is nothing really special, a bit of a background statement to a layout. Yet here we are.
Yeah, I've always had rakes of cement wagons on every layout I've ever built.
Odd, isn't it?
Yeah, press flows, PCAs, modern PCAs, all kinds of things. I like pressed winds as well.
So, the prototype, I presume, cement.
Yes, well, they were built for cement traffic originally. They were built in France, actually, by two different French wagon building companies in the 1980s. And then they were operated with Rugby Cement and Blue Circle Cement traffic as well. They then went through into the leasing phase where they operated with different companies again. And then in more recent times, this fleet of 50 wagons ended up working with Castle Cement, which is now part of the Hanson Group as well.
And of course, coming to the model, quite an odd shape really for a cylindrical tanker.
Yeah, well, cement is quite a difficult material to move. It's got to be directed out of the hopper. It's one of the people who remember made the earlier press flow wagons. They were the shape to help discharge the load, and also have pressure discharge on them as well, which is why they call the press flow. And then these wagons, they're all designed to basically maximise capacity for holding the goods, and then to be able to actually discharge that at the loading points as well.
And of course, every angle you look at these models, they're highly detailed.
Yes, very much so. I mean, one of the things that always stands out to me with this kind of product, particularly from Accurascale, is the level of detail that goes into the printed finish on these as well. So you've already looked at it and seen all the wonderful individual, actual physical components and tiny things like the tiny little etched steps as part of the top of the ladder and things like that. But it's then when you start looking at the printed details, you realise that there's variations between wagons about where the individual components are placed. Some are slightly off true because that's how they were on the real wagons. Things might swap positions. They've all got individual running numbers as well. This is a complete set of 21 wagons. There's only 18 on the layout here, but we've got 21 wagons and they all have a different number. And
they've all got 3-link couplings as well.
They have all got, optional instanter couplings on as well. So they're instanter couplings on these, which is the correct type for this type of wagon rather than the pure 3 links. You can fit those if you wish. They will fit onto the hooks. They've also got all sprung buffers on them. They've got turned metal wheels. They've got NEM coupling pockets, bristling with detail at the top, middle, and the bottom as well. In fact, there's so much to these wagons, and I think actually ultimately quite good value as well.
And a good weight as well.
Yes, yeah. They've run really nicely as well. I mean, had them run around behind this 66 here on the layout, and they've cruised around behind the 66 very, very happily. So.
And you mentioned value for money. These are £74.95 for a 3-pack.
Yeah, that's right.
And of course, you get multi-buy discounts on the Accurascale website. Buy them direct. Yep. They're quite good value.
I think they are. I mean, everyone's price sensitive at the moment. It's difficult, no matter where you look. But actually, I think, okay, it's still a considered purchase at £75 a set for a triple pack, especially if you want to have a whole rake. But actually, ultimately, I think they are good value. You break that down, it's £25 a wagon from a 3-pack. In today's world of models, in terms of the detail you're getting, I believe that does give back decent value.
I think myself, like hopefully a lot of people at home, I think a lot of people don't mind paying money for things if you're getting something back for it.
Yeah.
And I think you definitely get something back with these hoppers.
Definitely. I mean, a little while ago, and not very long ago, I kind of felt that my days of buying rakes of wagons were probably done, because things were getting that bit too expensive, where these certain wagons came in where I went, you know what, I want 12 of those. But I kind of look at it and go, you know, I can't afford 12. I can't, not off the bat I can't. And then you get into this kind of single production run status we had a couple of years ago as well, and you start worrying that you missed out on things. I think it's actually one of the things that's nice about these as well is actually this is a second production run from Accurascale. Again, they're showing now that they're not one-trick ponies with their products. They are going to keep coming back with new production runs as well. I think that's quite comforting as well. So it's like, even if you can't afford to buy a full rake today, you know that actually long-term you'll be able to collect some more and build it up.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite a comforting thing to know with these as well.
Yeah, rake building's always a fun process.
It is, yeah. I've done that with things like 16-ton mineral wagons. I just kept buying one every now and again, and got about 40 odd of them now.
And of course, you don't necessarily need a full rake of them. You could model something industrial, the cement work.
Exactly, yeah.
And just have a few.
Yeah, but these look great. And behind something like the little Hornby Sentinel being shunted around, things like that as well. I mean, I think we both know why you bought your rake, because you're building an East Coast main layout. But I've got ideas around this being part of my stock for my next project. So
when we turn West Coast cement, East Coast cement.
I'll go something better than that. There's always another plan. You heard it here first.
So I presume these will feature in HM184.
They will, yes. There's a review of this new batch of Castle Cement ones in the latest issue of Hornby magazine, issue 184. And you can also read our original review of the first arrivals of these on keymodelworld.com as well.
Wonderful. Well, that brings us nicely to the end of another video. Thank you very much for joining us as ever. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Introducing Key Model World, your new online destination for everything railway and scale modelling. Featuring exclusive videos and features, unseen images, step-by-step guides, railway history, and the latest news. Plus, it's home to our full layout build series.
So Mike, we're here again. Another one of your bright ideas.
Yeah, I should stop having these bright ideas, to be honest.
Join us for the latest content from Key Publishing's modelling titles, Hornby Magazine and Airfix Model World. Sign up today for as little as £3.75 per month, or if you're a magazine subscriber, bolt Key Model World onto your subscription package now. For more details, visit keymodelworld.com.